Yeah, life has changed a lot. Life has changed a lot. I am 28 years old, and I've been I don't know. Them niggas said I'm schizophrenic, but I guess that's what it is, right? Cause it's not like that's the weird part about my whole experience too. Let me put it. Let me tell you about everything. So like I went to jail a while ago. I wasn't on my best behavior, but I ended up doing something. And well, what I ended up doing was I went inside a pawn shop and I tried to take one of their phones and shit. So I went to the front desk and I asked the store owner for his phone and shit. No, not for his phone, but for a phone like a Metro PCS phone, cause I needed a phone. And he went to the back and got the phone. And as soon as he gave it to me, you feel me? I walked out and ran out the store and shit with the phone in my hand, cause I needed a phone. Like prior to that day and shit, I ended up losing my phone on the city bus, and I don't know. I guess I'm like that. I can't really be without my phone like most people. And it's not even that serious that a nigga had to steal a phone. But I ain't had no bread, and I ain't feel like, you feel me, being bored either. Cause without my phone, all I'm doing is just sitting around. I might not even watch TV, so like, the fuck I'm gonna do? Read a book? That's crazy how advanced or fast paced that life got. Well, ain't really nothing to do if you're not on the phone or watching TV. Like, what is a person doing? But I guess it's a planned extracurricular activity, something that was planned and shit. But let's say you don't have nothing planned and you just chilling and shit. Like, I guess people do chill without watching TV, or you feel me, or on their phone. But the way I was vibing and moving, I couldn't really go without my phone for too long, or without a phone for too long. It felt crazy. So it was bothering me. So I was just like, fuck it now. I'm about to just go inside of a pond. I ain't even have, I could have had $30 on me. I could have went on Craigslist. I could have bought a phone. You feel me? A used phone off somebody. And I ain't even had $30 on me. I did have, you feel me, an idea to go inside a fucking pawn shop and rob that shit for a fucking phone. Not like I had a gun too. I got my, oh no, ain't nobody on that. I don't got time for that shit. Nigga might end up getting, you feel me, shot. Cause I ain't getting caught like that. The only reason I got caught for the pawn shop thing, cause I'm explaining my story with you guys, but the only reason I got caught for the pawn shop shit is because I had sandals on, and when I ran out the store, you feel me, like it's enough work already to open the door from the inside and that shit. You feel me, a lot. So I had to go like a 2 second like trying to open the door and shit, and then when I got out the door, you feel me, I guess a customer was inside the store too, decided to be a good Samaritan, freaking ran after me and took me down and shit. I would have got away. I mean, he was taller though. He was a little taller. Like, the fuck? Like, did the nigga know I was planning to freaking rob a pawn shop for a cell phone? Of course not. G had jogging freaking pants on, Fucking, you feel me? The fastest shoes. I don't know, some shit. He has some running shoes on. Freaking sweat jacket. Tall ass nigga just standing in the store. As soon as I ran out, he ran after me. But I had sandals on, and I took off, and then he got so close. Like when I look back, he got so close. I just stopped, and then he grabbed me, put his hands around me and stuff. Then I'm thinking, a nigga hands around me and shit. I'm thinking, just thinking to myself and shit. I'm not gonna hit him. If I hit him, I'm gonna start a fight with somebody I don't even know like that. And all he's trying to do is just stop a robber. Like I'm the bad guy in that situation now. The fuck? And he might try to stop me too, so I might get into an even bigger altercation. Like a nigga got his trying to, you feel me, try to bring the theft back onto the property and shit. And I'm complying. It's not like he's dragging me. Like he got his hands around me. It's not like he's dragging me or trying to, you feel me? As soon as he grabbed me, I was like, oh, all right, you got me. And then, you know, I started walking back. And then he started, you feel me, just had his, like he's not gonna let me run away and shit. Like had his hands around me, like he's not gonna let me run away. And then he walking back with me back to the pawn shop and shit. Then they call the police. And then I'm like, yo, bro, just come on, like, let me go. Let me go. And then bro not trying to, you feel me, listen to what I'm saying. I'm like, just chill. It ain't even that serious. Just let me go. And I don't know. I guess he called the cops already, or the cops is on their way. But he ain't letting me go. But yeah. Anyways, so you feel me, like, so I went to jail. And you feel me? I go to jail. I'm in jail. And then I go see the doctor, because as soon as you go to jail, like within like 24 hours, you go see the doctor. And I go see the doctor. And bruh got on a piece of paper and said that you're diagnosed as being schizophrenic. And I'm like, why is someone telling me that I'm schizophrenic? You feel me? Like I was going through a lot of stuff at that time. So anything weird could have, you feel me? Like a nigga could have out of nowhere just came up to me and I don't know, and gave me like a giraffe or something. He gave me a giraffe, and you feel me? Like it wouldn't be that weird to me. Like some weird shit like that going on in my life. Like anything could have happened at that point. And and I would have went along with it. Cause I'm going through a lot of shit and I'm seeing a lot of shit. And I'm like, is the world like running a certain way? Like why is a person acting like that? Like you feel me? Like buildings and shit. Like put together a certain way. And you feel me? I guess you're so smart that you actually notice slight differences in the attitudes and you feel me, daily routine and scenarios. So you feel me, like a doctor, like I personally didn't tell nobody I heard voices in my head. Like I'm on about 3-4 years into it all. 3 4 5 years into it all, some shit like that. Maybe three years into it all. Not 5 years. Yeah, like three and a half years into it all. I ain't never tell nobody I heard voices in my head. And you feel me? Like me robbing a pawn shop. You feel me, for a cell phone and shit. Maybe that's what it was. I robbed a pawn shop for a cell phone and try to run out the pawn shop. I get that shit. So there was no reason to steal like that. Huh. First time thinking about it like that. So I sold a cell phone at a pawn shop. Something went down. And a nigga knew that something was wrong with me. Huh. Nah, my bad. That just popped into my head. Like maybe that wasn't the case though, to the whole thing. But I'm in jail, right? And I sat down and the doctor's like, "Oh, you're schizophrenic," and shit. What I should have done is like even if I did that too, like I swear I thought about it at the time, like how you know I'm schizophrenic or how you know I hear voices in my head. Like I should have said that to the doctor, cause he diagnosed like how the fucking nigga diagnosed me as being schizophrenic and shit, and I ain't even do nothing. So maybe they caught me at a vulnerable part, a vulnerable part and shit. Maybe I was a little vulnerable and shit, cause it was a it felt like it was a bit of a relief that, you feel me, that a person knew that I was hearing voices in my head. Cause a nigga starts off, I guess a nigga starts hearing voices and people talking like I swear it was people talking to me in my head too. I don't know, I just be thinking like it's an actual person talking to me in my fucking head. Like a person's talking to me in my freaking head. And I'm not slow. Like I can tell if someone's talking to me or whether my mind is making up some story or some shit, cuz it would be like uh a reverb from me. Like let's say I'm thinking or some shit or my thoughts are going too fast or I'm paranoid. It would be a reverb from me, you know, and that's not what it is. It's a clear cut voice. Like it's actually, a pitch, a person's pitch. Sometimes it's a woman's voice. Sometimes it's a guy's voice talking to me in my freaking head. Just talking to me and shit. And I guess I'd be on some what's the word? Like some low budget shit. Like some street shit, like some ghetto shit. Yeah, that's the word, ghetto. Like I be on some ghetto shit. So you feel me? Like it ain't really that crazy. Cause I'm thinking I'm doing it in secret too. It's not like it's being publicized. Like yeah, I just deviated from being, the regular person everybody knew, and then I just walked off and I just not did some shit. Some shit that I'll do, but that nobody else is supposed to know, but I ended up, having to tell people because it made me, I don't know, closer to them like that. It's crazy how you get close to somebody telling them how you did some bad shit or some flawed shit, like it's entertainment or some shit. But it wasn't that bad, I guess. Like, what the fuck? But anyways, it's still strange to me how the freak a doctor knows that I'm schizophrenic. I'm in jail at that. So it's not like there's a camera, focused on me. I did a petty theft for a cell phone. So it's not like a nigga killed somebody or I done did some fraudulent shit. That there's a camera, on me while I'm in jail, and they're watching me, and I do some crazy ass retarded shit or some slow shit, or I'm talking to myself inside the cell, and then you feel me, like a note is taken and they give it to the doctor, and the doctor is giving me, you feel me, like a reply to how he see me acting or some shit, and saying you schizophrenic or some shit. It was nothing like that. And I'm not the type of person to go up to a nigga either. Or go to the doctor or anybody for that matter and tell them, you feel me, like I hear voices in my head, or there's something wrong with me, like medical, like I'm fucking like an ailment or illness or some shit, like I'm ill, like I'm sick, fuck, like I'm delusional. It could be the drugs, it could have been the drug, it could have been the weed or the shrooms, the freak. And now that shit got all medical. A doctor come to me talking about, you feel me, like, took my height down, talking about, oh, how tall are you, 6 foot, my name, this and that, you feel me, you gotta hear that you're schizophrenic. And I'm like, in my head, like, I ain't say it out loud, but like, that's what I should have did. How the fuck you guys know? But it appealed to me. Like, it was the perfect timing, and it appealed to me. So a nigga now went with it, and I was like, oh yeah, like, I guess I am schizophrenic. I do hear voices in my head. And I said I hear voices in my head. And so I'm thinking, like, you feel me? Like, there's this back and forth. Like, oh, they like people are watching me, people are listening to me. So like the doctor's with it too. So you feel me, that like there's a certain approach to it all. So you feel me, like, so the doctor, come at me and say that I'm schizophrenic, or tell me something about myself that I didn't quite share with anybody, and you feel me, like, and I'ma understand that. And that's what I did. Like, I thought that's what it was. I tried understanding it, and I thought that's what it was. A freaking nigga knew that I was like, the fuck is that? Fuck a nigga know. I hear voices in my head and shit. I don't know, but that's what I wanted to say. Like, and I got some more, but this is the first video. So yeah, like, let me know what you know about. Like, you probably gonna say I ain't weird, I ain't do nothing, I don't talk to nobody like that. I went to jail, I sat by myself, you feel me, I chilled by myself. Like, I'm very coherent, so it's not like I'm lying to you. Like, what I need to lie to you for? I'm very coherent. I comprehend things. So I don't know, it's just like, looking back, it's been years ago, but looking back, it just fascinates me. Like, there's something going on. You feel me? For a nigga to just say that he could do that, and do that for real, like, to a regular person. Like, I'm a regular person at this. I ain't do no weird shit. I wasn't talking about weird shit. I wasn't acting weird, I wasn't doing none of that. Nigga came up to me and said I was schizophrenic. And asked me, do I hear voices? And I said, yeah, you feel me? I hear voices in my head. But yeah, that's crazy.